really ready to go.
Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering! Fucking stuttering!
Take me by the hand, take me by the hand, take me by the hand, take me by the hand. He, him, they, them. He, him, they, them. Some people just call me Fluffy. Me by the hand. Darling, you can smile more. Ocean take me by the hand. Ocean that's what we fucking do. Fuck off! Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Ooh, take me by the hand. Ooh, Mr. Ocean Man. Yeah, she is all gangrenous. That's cute, you massive fucking soy cuck. He, him, they, them. Superficial bollocks. He, him, they, them. Spider monkey fucker. Some people just call me Fluffy. Holy shit. Yard, 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 yard. It's Captain Gay. Yes, of course it's Captain Gay. Yard, 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 yard. It's really ready to go. Here's some Hollywood horse bitch. Fuck. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man,
fucking sizzling!
Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, I'm gonna make quad your main balls. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, oh my god, like yeah. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, beat him into submission. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, yada 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 yada. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, you got me. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, so fucking crazy. Ocean man, take me by the hand. Ocean man, fuck off. Fire, fire, big pants flyer. One of them. So that went well. Let's move on. Choose like it's oh look, what a coincidence. God damn, I hate this thing. I can't say the word tampon. Who? There is nothing I love more. Taking my headphones off, fuck that. Bethesda, there is nothing I love more than to fire up a brand new RPG, lose myself.
Sorry, did you want to get immersed in our world? Yeah, well, guess what?
Fucking pronouns! I love nothing more than to be dragged out at every fucking conceivable opportunity so you can fucking current day us. Current fucking day! Fuck off! We can't see past our own fucking reflection. That's the level of our narcissism here at Bethesda. Twat waffle! That's all you fucking are! Twat waffle! Fuck off! Fucking gender ambiguity! Fucking current day Californian shit! Cause that's all we fucking know! Cause we're boring! We're so fucking boring! You're boring! You're fucking dull! You have nothing to say! Fuck your immersion! Guess what? Fucking pronouns! You take everything we love and you just can't help! Shovel! You are dog shit! Fucking crap! ideology into everything! Every single solitary fucking thing! What happens when I press this button here? It's my first time streaming. It's my first time streaming. And do you know the irony of that? Is that instead of saying I'm your host, Ads from Heel versus Babyface as usual, I actually said I'm your host, Gary from Nerdrotic. So clearly the boomerism had infected me like the T virus. Shit. Woo! If ever there was called instant karma, there you go. Bang, bang, my baby knocked me down. I wonder if that's already going to demonetize the stream. Let's crack open the beer. And by the beer, I mean sparkling water. Drinker would be proud, though, because it's Highland Spring. It's Highland Spring. Do you like my... I wouldn't say it's a cameo. It's a little bit more of a cameo on Friday Night Tights. Just gone. Gary contacted me. Is just like, is there any chance? I know you've just left. But is there any chance that you could come on for the He-Man discussion if we put it on first? I was like, and he's like, I miss you. And I'm like, I miss you. Even though I'll see you every Tuesday, but you know. So, and he said, and then just do, an Irish exit. And I was like, okay, yeah. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. So that was fun. Doing an hour and then boosh. Vanishing. What do you mean? I mean, okay, ref. I appreciate that. Says, yes, we actually love having you back. I left at the end of April, right? To go on another hiatus. I left at the end of April. I already did hosting at the end of May. I hosted the episode. And then the week after hosting the episode, is it the week after? Yeah, the week after hosting the episode, I'm back as a short-term guest for the Masters of the Universe. Will I be back for the Supergirl discussion? I don't know, maybe. I don't know. Beautiful. No, legitimately though, how is everybody's week? How was your weekend? Oh, I am definitely going to be watching Supergirl purely for the content. Purely for the slop content. Which is saying something, because I still to date haven't seen Mandalorian and Grogu, nor do I nor do I think I'm actually ever going to see that film. I really don't. There is zilch interest for me to see that movie. None. I know we bound around the royal. I don't care. But I don't care. When it comes to Star Wars now, I have no fear. I don't give a fuck. No fucks. Zero fucks given about that. Disney have turned me from a Star Wars fan to mad about Star Wars, which means you still care, to now I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. And it's not just Disney. I want to stress this though. It's not just Disney. It's Mark Hamill as well. Mark Hamill's behavior online is just disgusting. The man is clearly a fucking broken retard. And Luke Skywalker, who's I love Luke, was my favorite character. I don't now, having been mad at The Last Jedi for what they did to Luke, now I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, Mark. I don't give a fuck about any of it. I don't give a fuck about Starfighter. I don't give a fuck if they remake it. I don't give a fuck if they make another sequel trilogy, episodes 9 to, I don't give a fuck. And the problem for Disney is neither do the vast majority of people that once liked Star Wars. I'm going to bring up the BO. Not for me, because I smell fucking delicious. You could put me on a pizza as the topping, and I would taste fucking great. But if I was to bring up the box office, The Mandalorian and Grogu is now in 6th position, and it's just its third week. It's just its third week. Let's bring up the worldwide right now. This is where the franchise is. This is where the franchise is. Just over now. This is only bringing in the Friday. This isn't bringing in the Saturday or the Sunday predicted, by the way. And it hasn't updated the worldwide. But spoiler alert, it's going to look really bad because it's looking like the second week drop. Now, I said it will probably be around about 50, just over 50%. It's actually looking like it's going to be 63%. Which around these parts is commonly referred to as falling off a fucking cliff. So look at that. The Friday, it lost 1,000 theaters, and rightfully so. But on the Friday, it could only bring in 2.5 mil, which was a drop-off of 62% from the previous Friday, which was a drop-off of 81% from the other Friday. And averaging $745 a theater. So where's this looking like it's probably going to end? Well, I would say 320, maybe 325. That's where I think it's gonna, and that I think is the top end. It might be slightly lower. It might be slightly lower, but I don't see it going above 325 worldwide, which is catastrophic. They are sinking. Yes, but have you considered just letting them sink? They are sinking. Fucking hell, it's that ref guy again. They are sinking. Right. Can I just say, right? If you are fucking retarded and you go, oh, YouTubers. I'm not saying refs, but I'm just saying, oh, YouTubers, you talking about Star Wars helps Star Wars. Spoiler alert. No, it fucking doesn't. It doesn't in the slightest help any of these franchises. Oh, there you go. We found a retard. Mr. Fox, we found a retard. Yes, yes, you are. Yes, you are. The vast majority. If people are going to see a film, they're going to see a film, right? That's as simple as that. People tune in to people like myself and, you know, other people in our sphere because they want to see them burn. They want to listen. They want to hear about it burning to the ground. The age of all publicity is good publicity is well and truly over thanks to the internet. The reason why all publicity is good publicity was once a legitimate thing is because information was difficult to get out. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have the means of mass immediate information. We didn't have the means to communicate with film stars and directors and all that kind of stuff. That was always filtered through legitimate media, a talk show, an interview in a magazine, which nobody reads anymore. But the internet has exposed the film star, the movie star, and they're fucking retarded. The mystique has gone. Looking up to these, oh my goodness me, looking up to them, vanished. They're not just regular people. They're not just you and I. They're fucking retarded. They're some of the most stupid people on planet fucking Earth. But because they have fame and because they have fortune, you think that somehow it brings you power? No, it's gone. Look at your Rachel Zeglers. Rachel Zegler burned that Snow White movie. Burned it to the fucking ground. A YouTuber covering it, did that help it? No. Did a YouTuber covering Mando help Mando? No. Did it help The Rise of Skywalker? No. Did it help The Last Jedi? No. And I'll give you a flip reverse example. Masters of the Universe. Most of the people in our sphere have been like, do you know what? Yes, it's a good time. But has that made the movie a success? No, it's bombed. It's going to horrifically tank at the cinema. So talking positive, it doesn't matter because people will either go see something if they want to go see it and they won't go see it if they don't want to go see it. That's just the simple fact of it. So any of this talk about, oh, YouTubers are helping this movie, you are fucking stupid. You can never coerce people to do. Look at government, right? We have laws in the UK now which prevent us from speaking factual truth because factual truth scares politicians. and it goes against what they're actually trying to do. And so if you speak factual truth about certain topics, you can now be jailed in the UK. That's where we are. But does it stop that truth from being correct? No. Does it change the mind in here? No. You can tell people all day long, oh, this is this. Black is white and white is black. But people don't believe that. If you say otherwise, you'll be arrested. So people might be quiet because they don't want to get arrested. Some won't. Some will speak out happily. And others, weak ones, will say it purely to get by. But in here, do they really believe white is black and black is white? No. No. It's the same with films. People have made their mind up. People will make their mind up. Do you think here's another flip reverse. Do you think anybody who's going to the cinema because some fucking retarded shill influencer got paid to pretend to like a film because they got to go and visit Pedro Pascal at Disney Park? No, that person was either already going to see the film or not already going to see the film. Oh my God, look at this dumb, fake, fucking retarded influencer that got paid to go into Disney Park and fake a meeting with Pedro Pascal. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm off to see this film now. Hold on. I'm going to have to close my bottle for this bit. Oh, here I am at Disney Park. I've got my bottle of water. Hashtag influencer. Hashtag sparkling. Hashtag, oh my gosh. No, they're fucking retarded. It's fake. Oy, oy, oy. I don't care. I don't care if a Disney turns around nowadays or a DC universe turns around nowadays and says it's the fans' fault. I don't care. Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck, because is that going to change somebody's mind? Do you know what? I actually wasn't going to go see this Supergirl film, but because James Gunn or some fucking other retarded cunt from the fucking film has turned around and said, it's the fans' fault that this is tanking at the cinema theaters, I'm going to go right now. And I'm bringing 15 people with me. Fuck off. Just because the Hollywood film industry is run by cowards, ballless, cuckless cowards who refuse to take any responsibility whatsoever. Just because, I don't give a fuck. Call me what you want. Call me racist, call me sexist, call me homophobic. I mean, 9 out of 10, you're right. But call me any of those. I don't care. I don't care. Does that change who I am? No. Does it make it right? No. Just because you need a cope, just because you need to pass the blame onto somebody else for your own failings, don't mean it makes it happen. Just because you're in an industry that sucks each other's fucking dicks, and you'll fail and you'll fail upwards to another position, that doesn't make you good. It doesn't make you any better. It doesn't make you any more of a success. It's just a fucking Nepo industry with a bunch of fucking other retards. We shall continue to reward the shittiest of people until our industry is absolutely burnt to the ground. And then when it's burning on fire, we'll turn around and go, ha! That got you, chuds. And then they'll turn around and go, sorry, did somebody say something? Did you hear something? No. Oh, okay. No. Carry on. That's where we are. That Supergirl movie coming out soon, that looks objectively dog shit. The clips that they've released look appalling. I'll be honest, Millie Alcock looks like she's phoning in the performance from the fucking scenes that they've put out. That film is going to bomb. And it's likely going to do worse than The Mandalorian and Guacamole. And already, before it's even come out, it's my fault. And it's your fault that it failed. It's not James Gunn's fault. It's not Millie Alcock's fault. It's not the writer's fault. It's not the director's fault. It's thee and me. So who could possibly give a shit? I know I don't. So yeah. I am here gleefully for the fucking shit show. Because it makes my dick hard. And I fucking love it. I love to see all these Nepo babies and retarded fucking fools clamoring over each other to blame everybody else, while putting out the most obvious slop imaginable and pretending that it's good high art or it's good fun or it's the best thing or it's the thing that you need to see. You're so toxic, as. Fuck yes. Down the hatch. I'm just done, I'm just done pretending. And when I say pretending, I mean being a little bit more reserved, being a little bit more tactful. I'm done with that. I'm done with that. Gloves are off. It's all off. Let's just call everything what it is. Fucking dog shit slop. And you've got these two low-budget horror films dominating the fucking industry right now. Dominating the box office right now. And studios, they cannot compete with that because studios are too bloated. They're bloated by everything. They're bloated by ego. And I'll tell you this for a fact, an FACT. James Gunn's probably one of the most insecure fucking directors out there. And that guy is forever in his own eyes going to live in the shadow of Zack Snyder. And I don't mean because of the DCU. This is going all the way back to the Dawn of the Dead. All the way back. And, like Zack Snyder's DCU or not, It's dwarfed. It's dwarfed Guns. It's dwarfed it. And now we're getting a lot of a lot of images and a lot of media surrounding Man of Tomorrow before Supergirl's even come out, because the marketing campaign for Supergirl has been utterly disastrous because Millie won't shut up and close her fucking dick licker all cock. She's zeglered her own film. And I'm happy that she has. Millie, I'm here for you, baby. I'm here for you. Keep tanking your movie with your retarded fucking mouth, you stupid tart. Now, have you heard Jason Momoa do any of this? No. Because he's much better media trained. He comes across as actually a really cool guy in real life. And so why is he going to do this? No, let the stupid fucking tart keep talking. Keep talking. Keep talking more people out the theater. And you can blame us. You can blame me. Put it all on me. Say the whole reason why the movie's tanked is because of Hill versus Bay. We don't care. I would happily take that. I'll take it. Any of your insults, I'll take them. I'll wear them as badges of honor. I'll be like that fucking guy with all the, you know. You're transphobic. Okie dokie, bring some more on. You're homophobic. Bring it on. You're sexist. Bring it on. You hate women. Come on. Why? Has that put an extra cent onto the box office numbers? The answer would be no. No. You can call everybody what you want. You can blame everybody for everyone else. It won't put a single red cent extra onto the bottom line. Because you can bring a horse to dog shit, but you can't make it eat. I cannot wait for the box office to start dropping. The second movie in the DCU, the second. And whereas Superman lost money at the box office, because it did, that's just a fucking fact. Supergirl is destined to lose a lot more. And the first two films in the DCU are both going to be box office flops. And now we have the incoming sequel to Superman. It ain't going to do better than Superman. And that's going to have the same type of budget as well. It's probably going to be around about 250 odd million before marketing. And they're going to pretend it's less. No, we made Man of Tomorrow for $3.50 in a packet of All Bran. Honest, Gov. I wouldn't lie, I'm James Gunn, apart from every time I open my mouth, I fucking lie. And then when the tax things come out and they actually show you what the true budget was, just like with Disney. Oh, it so happens to be a lot more than you claimed it was. What a fucking surprise. You got All Bran? I'm in. Keeps you regular. Keeps you regular. James Gunn is not the man for the DCU. And his first instinct when Millie Alcock was running her mouth like a dumb fucking retard was to go on the defense of her. That shows you exactly what he thinks of the fans. It shows you what he thinks of where the box office is going to go, because he knows this film's going to tank. He knows it is. This is why all the marketing is now shifted to Man of Tomorrow. Look, Lex Luthor's on set smiling because he's having fun. Oh my God. Look, it's David Cornsweet. He's on set. He's having fun. Oh my God, everyone's having fun. It's such a fun time. Please, fucking Jesus, please, see our movie. No, I don't think I will. Desperation. Desperation. The old brand's gone to his head. I haven't had. Do you know what? I cannot even recall the last time I had a bowl of All Bran. But now I'm thinking about All Bran. Am I blurry or is it your eyes? It's your eyes. You're a blind cunt. Let's see. Boom. There we are. Filtered in. Filtered back in. I was sort of moving more off camera though, like that. Sort of sliding a little bit off camera. Why, hello there. So why start off the show with a box office rant? It's because all these studios, and by the way, how many times do we have to remind people? Warner Brothers has just been sold. And it's been sold because a bunch of retards made a lot of retarded decisions. And they sold it to a company that's retarded that also makes a ton of retarded decisions. So if you think anything's going to get better, I got bad news for you. I got bad news for you. And I've been watching, I've been reading, and I just love to see these massive corporations that have access to essentially anything that they could ever want. And I'm going to bring in Amazon with Masters of the Universe here, because even though I liked the film, the marketing around it was abysmal. Fucking Tila and the director talking about toxic masculinity, and thematically it's about toxic masculinity. Absolutely tanking their movies. And the reason why is because they have access to the best that they could possibly ever want in terms of marketing and stuff like that. The problem is that the marketing of today are retards who are coming up through systems that are teaching them the far left ideological fucking talking points of no masculinity, toxic masculinity, intersectional feminism. And so their marketing campaigns, which, by the way, just for an example, once upon a time, And this still stands today, regardless of whether or not this scares anybody. It's true and will always remain true. One of the biggest and first rules of marketing is sex sells. Sex sells. And by that, do they mean penetrative penis into... No. What is meant by sex sells is beautiful people, attractive people, either looking great, looking good. It's basic. It's easy. Now, everybody's got to be uglified. We'll go into video games in a moment. Everyone's got to be ugly. We cannot do sex sales now. No, we need to have morbidly obese people advertising Calvin Klein. Now, if you're not aware of this, I'll just make sure that you all know that's because they think you're a bunch of morbidly obese retards. We need to appeal to the common person. They're fucking fat, ugly, and retarded. Now, I know that I fall into that demographic, but please, not everybody's also like me. But that's how they think about you. And they also believe this is how you should also accept the new beauty standards. So marketing today, let's just say, is not really on point. And so a lot of these corporations are taking their marketing talking points from literal fucking window lickers. And they're all in agreement with each other. And they're all on the same fucking page as each other. But what they don't understand is that the regular person outside of this retarded bubble of fuckery is actually pretty fucking normal and down to earth. We are the fat fucking chuds. And they look at shit like that. Hey, look, our black is white and our white is black. You agree? No. No, we do not. But we've told you so. Who gives a fuck? You can tell us all day, every day. You can pass it into law, as I've already mentioned, but it won't stop us from seeing that black is white and white is black. It won't change our minds, because black is black and white is white. And you'll never change what's in there. So it fills my heart with joy. Legitimate, true joy. To see hundreds of millions of dollars burning. Every fucking movie burning. While I have the finger pointed at me going, it's your fault. Okay? If you say so. Now, has that put any extra money onto your bottom line? Oh. Oh. I guess not, eh? I guess not. Oh. It's a fun time at the box office right now, folks. Oy vey. All right, let's switch up a little bit, because that's not what I expected to start today. Just kind of happened, you know. It just kind of happened. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it did. Is I was just having a little thinky poo. I was just having a little thinky poo the other day. Which day? Friday. And when I saw that there were 3 new movies that came out, and all of those 3 new movies, those previews hit the 1, 2, 3 spot. I mean, technically it doesn't count on preview night because it's a preview. Because the preview money gets rolled into the Friday. That's why Friday will always be the day 1, technically. Movies. And I just saw Mando drop down to 6th spot in what's going to start to be its 3rd week. And it just made me so happy. It just made me so happy inside because I thought to myself, there hasn't been a Star Wars film at the cinema for 7 years. 6.5 technically, but whatever. The last one came out 2019. Since then, Mandalorian and Guacamole coming out 2026. So, 7 years. And you would have thought, if you had a brain, if you had a single fucking brain cell, that after being away for 7 years, returning, you have to make a statement. We have to make a statement that this franchise is back. We have to make a franchise. We have to make a statement that this franchise is here for everyone. It's here for fans. It's here for children. It's here for families. It's here for everybody. We are coming back. We're coming back strong. We're returning to form. We're going to wow people. And the thing that they decided to return to the cinema was a series that after only 3 seasons was on a colossal decline. With the vast majority of people not even watching it, not even having Disney Plus, not even tuning in. Seeing it probably around here or there because, it gets pushed as the Disney slop. And then putting a basic bitch extended TV episode at the theater and saying, we're back. And seeing everybody turn around and go, did you hear that? Hear what? I thought I heard a... No, you didn't. No? Okay. Multi-billion-dollar corporations, they don't know how to do shit. Because if they were to truly want to make something for families, kids, families, and Star Wars fans, they would have to dismantle the ideological infrastructure which has been built up at the company. And they can't do that because that would mean they'd have to get rid of themselves. And so they're in a catch-22. The only way that we can change is if we change. And if we change, it means I go. And we can't have that now, can we? And that is why I gleefully laugh at these sort of things. The root problem is actually me. Hey, Janet, how you doing, sweetie? So, yeah, I was just thinking about that the other day, and it made me chuckle. It made me chuckle. So we've got Mandalorian and Grogu down. Now let's bring on Supergirl. Let's bring them all on. Let's bring them all on. No way. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, folks. The box office numbers are already in for Backrooms for the weekend. And Backrooms took another $26 million this weekend, taking it to a worldwide of 178 million. If it has updated the international, it's only updated the domestic. So if the international hasn't been added on, it's currently at 178 on a budget of around about $10 million. About 10 million. So it's a wee bit in profit. Unlike The Mandalorian, unlike Supergirl's going to be. So well done. I haven't been able to see it yet, and I want to see it. I really do want to see it, and I want to see Obsession as well. I want to see that, and I want to see Obsession. Right. Let's get into the check-in, folks. Let's get into the check-in. Let's put that aside for one. Let's put it aside. Let's put that one aside now. Let's put that one to bed now. Let's go back to the check-in. So, last week I talked about a very challenging week because the way that the meals were totally, the pre-made meals were totally cocked up. Well, this week the pre-made meals were fucking cocked up again. Were cocked up, which again has led to a very challenging week. Whereas I decided to go back to meals which I loved, meals which I really did. The breakfasts were fine, because you cannot fuck up scrambled eggs, beans, and bacon. So the breakfast's absolutely fine. I decided to go back to the chili con carne, which was absolutely delicious the first time I had it. This time around, mush. Mush. Flavorless chili con carne, and the rice was just mush. And then the third meal that I got was the chicken and spaghetti type of carbonara, and that was dry. Last time I had it, lovely. This time, dry chicken, dry as a fucking bone. At your age, don't you get Meals on Wheels? Fuck. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good. And the answer to that is yes. So I can't eat that chili con carne. It's fucking disgusting. And the breakfast is fine. And the chicken is, it's tolerable. So I've had to do what I've had to do again, which is just eat those two meals and then take a Slim Shake as a meal replacement. Now the Slim Shakes only have 200 calories in them, about 180 to 220, so about approximately 200 calories in them. So let's just say the caloric intake, this week has been substantially down. Also, my sleeping pattern has been completely off. Like complete and utterly off. I've been awake during the nights. Hey, Sherry. And I've been asleep during a lot of the day. So I've been going to bed around about 6 o'clock in the morning, waking up around about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and then getting on to doing something after I've fannied around, washed, dressed, showered, eaten, woken up, had a coffee, trying to feel human. I've been kind of getting on stuff around about 4 or 5 p.m. Not ideal. Because I'm also doing my spring cleaning before we technically get into summer in 2 weeks' time. So I've been doing my spring cleaning, and it gets to a point where you can't make noise because, even though I'm awake during the night, other people are asleep. So I gotta respect my neighbors. So I can't be doing hoovering, or I can't be doing like throwing stuff down the stairs to go into the bin and kind of stuff like that. So I've tried to force myself back onto a proper sleeping schedule. So I stayed up for 27 hours in an effort to fall asleep in the early evening and then wake up in the morning, do a day, and obviously be ready to go to bed again. So I'm up for 27 hours, and I finally fall asleep about 8 p.m. last night. 8 p.m. Now then, because I was awake for 27 hours, I only had my 2 meals and 1 shake because I didn't want to, while I was still awake in one cycle, I didn't want to move into the next day's food, if you understand what I mean. So I ended up fasting for about 30 hours as well. So I was up for 27 hours. I fasted for about 30 hours. And I woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and I couldn't fall back asleep again. So I got up at 4 a.m., had a shower, went downstairs, got myself my brekkie, got myself a coffee, finished off Resident Evil 4, which I was playing again, went out for a little walk, emptied my cat's litter tray, did all of that. So by the time I've done all of this, the bulk of the time obviously going in the finishing off Resident Evil 4, it's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. It's not even 8 o'clock in the morning. And then I fell asleep again. I fell asleep in my recliner sofa. I got a recliner sofa. I fell asleep on the recliner sofa. And I woke up at midday. So I fell asleep for another 4 hours. I fell asleep for another 4 hours. Got up, obviously, got this show, got Sunday Fun Day. And then after Sunday Fun Day, bang, I'll hit the bed, and fingers crossed, fall asleep pretty pronto. Am I tired right now? Yes. But it's all gravy. So the question is, have I been a good boy? And the answer is Day 24. The answer is day 24, baby. Day 24. We have not faltered. We have not faltered. And this is, I tell you what, I tell thee something. Do you remember just a couple of, literally a couple of 3 weeks ago, I was talking about this. No, all I dreamt about was Resident Evil, by the way. That's all I dreamt about. By the way, not the greatest thing to dream about. It was just a couple of 3 weeks ago. I was telling you, I've just started. I'm on day 3. I've just started, everybody. It's day 3. I've gone from day 1 to day 2 to day 3. I'm looking at day 5. And then from day 5, I'm going to be staring down the barrel at day 10, double figures. Day 24 now. That start that makes you think this is a long road ahead. I wish Ada was in those fucking dreams. Sheesh. That start when you're on that day 1, day 2, day 3, and it looks like such a long road, has already become day 24. And I said last week, when I get to day 50, which I am fucking going to do, when I get to day 50, then I'll get onto the scales for the first time to see what the damage is. And then I can start, fingers crossed, recording the losses. And now I'm at the point where I'm just like, I said that last week. I'm on day 24 now. I'm halfway there. I'm already halfway there. So it's just another 3.5 weeks or something until I do that. Probably the end of June. I think didn't we work out it was the 3rd of July? Boobies. Didn't we work out that it was the 3rd of July that's going to happen? Something like that. Something like that. So that's less than a month away. You look slimmer in the face. I think just a smidge, not much, but just a smidgen. But I will say that in those 24 days, I have just noticed little, and I'm not trying to embellish or exaggerate. Little. I mean, I have just noticed some little changes again. And once again, when you start noticing those little changes, that becomes addictive, because you're just like, oh, I want more. I want more. And the only way that you get more of that is to continue the system. Is to turn that day 3 to day 4 to day 5. So it's very early doors. I'm not pretending it's not. I am keeping my realities in check, etc. But it does feel good to be back on track. I'll rephrase that. It does feel good to have that mindset again. It does feel good to have that mindset, because that's what I was struggling so hard to get back. And I didn't think I'd be able to do it. And so to have that mindset, particularly because the last couple of weeks, like I said, there's been some big fucking struggles. Not putting a lot of calories in the body, and the temptation levels can fall drastically. Yeah, well, that's completely wrong. The temptation levels can rise drastically. And yet, managed to managed to resist, managed to withstand that. So when you realize that you can say no to stuff, when you realize that you can be like, I'm not going to do that, you realize that your mindset's it's in the right place and it's in a good place. And so that you have no idea how good that feels to be getting that back. So like I said, I just want to initially get hold of the food element. Day 24. Day 50, going to jump on the scales, see where I am, have a cry, get over it. I'm doing, just little walks at the minute, doing just little walks, getting that going again. And then I'm going to reintroduce the gym. And when I reintroduce the gym, obviously that's when when I say struggle, my struggle is only a struggle in as much as you're burning a lot of calories. And you actually burn more calories when you're sleeping. When in doubt, have a wank. That's always my motto, Sherry. That's always my motto. When in doubt, crack one out. So going to the gym again, it would be an interesting period because I'm gonna be burning a lot of calories, and my body's gonna be like, we need calories, and I'm gonna have to be like, you're getting what you're given. So that's gonna be tough. No, obviously I'm not going to be going ham when I first get back to the gym. I've got to ease myself in. I've got to ease myself back in, but I have, I've got some decisions to make as well. When I go back to the gym, do I do what I was doing before? Which was fine, and I was enjoying that. Do I decide to get a PT? Do I decide to get a personal trainer and do something a little bit more organized and focused? I don't know. But these are just little decisions for me to make. I mean, I was fine. I mean, yeah, that's just it. PTs are great for specialized, focused stuff. But when I do go to a gym, I do know my way around. I do know what I'm doing. So maybe when I start, I just start off on my billy, taking it easy, not going stupid. And then after one day, fucking go all out. After one day of doing it okay, fucking hit it, So it's a matter of when I decide to reintroduce that. But these little walks I'm having, they are just little walks. But these little walks I'm having, obviously I want to turn those into bigger walks and bigger walks and bigger walks. Because that walking is such an amazing burner of calories and fat. It's awesome. Have you tried sand yet? I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't. But I do, particularly this time of year. Particularly this time of year when the weather's nice and you can get out there and oh yeah. Yeah. It's funny that I tell you one thing though. Like I said, I'm going to jump onto the scales after day 50. And even though I'm only halfway there, living on a prayer, there is this sicko inside of my body, which kind of says, I wonder what you would have been on day one. I wonder what you would have been on day one. What if you'd weighed yourself on day one, then gone to day 50? But there's also another part which says, thank God I didn't. So yeah, day 24, folks. Day 24. And like I said, just noticing some little changes, which are fun changes, just little changes though. And not just that, but the change in attitude has also made me much more productive around the house. And that's the bit I like a lot. It's just made me more productive around the house in general. So that bit I'm happy with. That bit I'm very happy with. Because it means that there's a complete mental shift. And I mean the clean your room thing again. I'm a huge believer of that. I'm a huge believer of that mentality. Clean your room, cleans your head. And cleaning your head allows you to concentrate on other things and be more focused on other things. I think that is absolutely, absolutely correct. I want to, before we go into the soups and everything, I want to talk about a couple of things game related. Because it's been a very, very weird week for video games. We had the Sony State of Play, which I thought was absolute trash. Absolute trash. Sony doing their best to help Microsoft and Xbox out at the moment. And then we had the Summer Game Fest. Jeff Keighley says in 2020, we started this Summerfest in a spare bedroom. Was that the spare bedroom in your multi-million-dollar parents' house, Jeff? Jeff, you have not, look, no disrespect, Jeff, but you're not coming from humble beginnings. You're coming from a silver fucking spoon, mate. So let's not pretend you're a man of the people. It's not like we started Summerfest in this fucking room. Small terraced house in fucking Yorkshire. Fucking God bless him. God bless him. But we had what I would call two very interesting mentalities or takes, let's just say. We had, of course, the announcement of God of War Laufey, or Laundry as it's being referred to by based individuals. By the way, an absolutely fucking terrible name. God of War Laufey. And all the fucking cringe that surrounded that with the fucking cube and the cutesy bloody chipmunk thing and oh god. Oh god, that whole thing looked hot garbage. Hot fucking garbage. And then we had in Summerfest the announcement of the new Stellar Blade sequel. Blood Rain or whatever it's called. Blood something. And we had the introduction of a new protagonist for that game. And instead of Eve, they're called EV. Very similar names. And they had the female character for that. She looks early 20s, 21 to 23, I would say. But a lot of talk around, oh no, this is pedo bait. She looks like a child, a 10-year-old child. She's pedo bait. All the weird stuff. Now, if you're wondering why they're saying stuff like that, it's because Korea make attractive women in their video games. Japan make attractive women in their video games. China make attractive women in video games. The West hate attractive women. It's against the intersectional feminism. And women hate fucking women. Nobody hates a woman more than a fucking woman. And they are consistently feeling threatened by attractive video game characters. That's why they'll be praising ugly characters, because they don't see ugly characters as a threat. That's why they praise people like Hunter Schafer, because they're not even a fucking woman. They're a man in a dress. And again, therefore, not feeling threatened because they know they're a dude. That's why they'll praise fat women, ugly fat women that have been given Calvin Klein adverts or are on the TV promoting body positivity, and they'll praise them because they know they're fat and ugly and they don't feel threatened. But you put an attractive female video game character in, and they feel threatened that the male's attention, or just attention in general, because they're of the school of all attention's good attention. Their attention, it'll be taken away from them. The praise, the gooning, whatever you want to call it, will be taken away from them. And therefore, attractive female characters are always criticized. And they'll try any method that they can find possible. In this case, because she's got short hair, they go, oh no, she looks too young. She's gooner bait. She's pedo bait, blah, blah, blah. But Deborah Ann Worrell, who in reality is a very attractive woman, who looks like fucking dog shit in God of War Laufey, looks hideous. They'll praise her. They'll praise Jean Grey, who looks like a fucking man in a wig in the X-Men game, because she's not a threat. It's so tiresome. I mean, look at this. I brought this image up. I want to show you this image. This, by the way, this isn't taken out of context. This isn't like a screenshot that I managed to get of Deborah Ann Worrell in God of War Laundry, because I was trying to get it in the worst possible light possible. I over-possibled there. Right? No, I want to show you the picture of their marketing of the game. the picture which they have decided to put out to say, hey, look, this is God of War Laufey. And you've seen it, but you might not have paid too much attention to it. I want to do that right now. And it's this one. It's the one where people have turned the cube into a washing machine because gamers are fucking based as fuck and it's hilarious. But if you look at this face, that is a bulldog licking piss off a thistle. It's the consistent resting bitch face that we get from all of these fucking Karens. And this image is garbage. Now, I hope to God that this is an AI image that they made and we're going to discover this is actually AI. Because if somebody fucking did this as the marketing, holy fucking shit. Can I get a zoom in on this? Oh, I can't. It won't zoom in anymore on that. I can't zoom in any more of that. I would have had to have because this is taken directly from the Twitter. So if I was to click off, boom. Oh, there we go. Look, there's a little bit. Actually, yeah. Hold on. Do it this way. Here we go. Let's do it this way instead. Whoops. Can I get any bigger? Can I get any? No, get off, woman. See, look at that. Look at that face. Look at that miserable fucking cow. Look at that miserable fucking tart. I could open a new tab, yeah. I could do that. Hold on. Let's see if we can let's see if we do that. First of all, I'm going to shrink this back down to normal level. Okay. Boosh. Let's do that. There we go. Can we do? Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. There we go. Perfect. Yeah. There we go. Look at that. I said, ma'am. It is ma'am. What are we fucking doing here? Yeah. Did you just say I look pretty? I wasn't designed. Never mind. We all know the rest from there. Fuck it, I'll say it anyway. To be easy on the eyes for you. And here's the funny thing. Is she looks better in this picture than she does in the fucking game. In the game, she looks like a miserable, haggard, middle-aged woman who's licking piss off a thistle. It's even worse. And so, but this is now that's just the marketing imagery, right? This is where I'm being kind, saying stuff like that. Now let me get the other image. Now let me get the other image. Taken, of course, directly from the game itself. And this, again, I want to stress, by the way, I would say that this image is one of the better that they've taken, they could possibly take. Now, I heard somebody say, in actual fact, I've heard a couple of people say, and by heard, I mean read on the interwebs, that she looks like a soccer mom. And I want to say that I find that actually is a little bit disrespectful. I think it's very disrespectful in actual fact. because there's a lot of fit soccer moms out there. And that would not be one. That is. This, and like I said, this is one of the better images. Can I see if I can pull? I mean, there is some horrendous images that we can pull from. Let's see. Let me see if I can get. Let me go to this one. Here we go. God of War, fucking Laufey. What the fuck name is that? Let's see if I get a. Okay, it's just saturated with memes. It's just saturated with memes. God of War laughing as we light money on fire. Okay, I like that. But there is a specific. Here we go. Well, there's oof. That's not a good one either. It's not a good one. But there is a very there it is. There's the one. This is the one. This is the one. Let me just make sure that I am not trying to take anything out of context. This is just purely what they've presented to us. So this is Deborah, and this is Deborah in game. So there's, I mean, what one is not the same as the other. One is definitely not the same as the other. Why do they do that? That's a question which I've just answered. You see, they will happily take an attractive woman in reality, but if you put that attractive woman in reality into the game as the attractive woman, then you're a gooner. And like I said, the women at the company, they're gonna feel threatened. They're gonna feel threatened. Now, let me bring up another example from another company. One of the things I really enjoyed the announcement of at Games Fest was the first announcement of the whole night, which was Resident Evil Veronica, the remake of Resident Evil Code Veronica. I personally think it's a highly underrated game. It has some of the best fucking lols. Claire calls the dude a cross-dressing freak in the original. Are we going to get that in the remake? Probably not. Anywho, this is the Claire Redfield face actress, and this is Claire Redfield in game. Yep. I think that is a pretty fucking good likeness. I think that's a pretty fucking good likeness. So this is the face model, and that's the face. Yep. I think that's pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. There's just slightly more shadow in this one. This one's, she's got much more of a natural lip. But Haggard, if you think this is Haggard, you're a fucking queer. You're gay. You're gay. You fucking love eating cock for a living. That's your fucking job. It's not even your sexuality, it's your job. What do you do for a living? I fucking eat cock because I'm a massive queer. No. I didn't say what's your sexual preference. I said what's your job. No, that's actually my job. I have to go into a room and eat fucking dick all day because I'm a massive gay. Haggard. Holy fucking shit. Weird time to come out the closet, dude. Weird time to come out the closet. So that brings us, obviously, if I go, can I go back? back to Stellar Blade. Let's bring on. Why? Right. By the way, I hate fucking X at the minute. It's so fucking broken. Let's get a couple of examples here. Yeah. Okay. Right. Let's bring up Eve. Let's bring up Eve from the first Stellar Blade game. Okay. That's Eve. That's not a modded costume, by the way. That's an outfit that she can wear in game. This is Eve. Now, what age would you say Eve was? And I know she's android and all that kind of stuff, but because we know, by the way, her physique was built off a regular woman. I would say personally that Eve's age is kind of ambiguous because she could be older than she looks because Asian genetics, bingo. I would put her around about anywhere between 26 to 32. That's what I would put her as. Anywhere between 26 to 32. That's what I would say her age range could be. If you said any of those, if you said 24, I don't know, maybe, I don't know. But I would say about 26 to 32. That's what her age range would be. Now, this is EV. This is EV from the new Stellar Blade game. And I would say that EV was anywhere between 20 to 23. I would say that she's younger. She's definitely younger than Eve, but I would say between 20 to 23-ish. Could be slightly older because of Asian genetics. But I would say 20 to 23. I think that's a fair age range. Now, if somebody was to say, if it came out that she was, let's say 19, for example, would that shock me? Nah, not necessarily. But if it came out that she was 25, would that shock me? Again, no, not really. Now, I'm going to show different pictures. So that is a look at. I'm not going to show that picture. Right. Now, this is a picture. This is a picture where I think you get the kind of best sort of look. So again, seeing that, I would hold tight. Early 20s. I know some people aren't digging the shorter hair, but this is why I've brought up this picture, right? Because now, same picture, longer hair. Oh, now suddenly, I would say that this. What now? How old is this? Well, I would say that 22 to 27. That's what I would say now. So you lengthen the hair, she actually looks older. I'd say a little bit older. So the short hair, I think, is a contribution to her looking younger because short hair is perceptually seen kind of boyish at times. The state of play was horrendous. I thought the state of play was horrendous. The Summerfest was not too much better, but that's only in terms of I didn't think there was a lot of great announcements, There was a lot of Asia, the video game, And I gotta say, I'm getting a little bit bored of Asia, the video game that's not. I'm talking all the feudal stuff that looks interchangeable, by the way. But I was very excited by the Stellar Blade announcement. So you lengthen her hair, and she looks older, probably, but now then. And we're just purely focusing on the head, by the way. Now let's bring up this picture. These pictures here. Boom. So we have that picture there. Again, I would say there or thereabouts what we've been discussing. There again, early 20s. I just see early 20s. Right? That one there. Is she small compared to this dude? Yeah, she's a fucking Asian chick. And it looks like Evie's an actual human and not. She looks 12. What? This one? No. No. Again, if you said she's 18, 19 there, I'll go, okay. But here, if you said she was, 12, no, don't be silly. Don't be silly now. That's just being silly. Here, 12, no, don't be silly. Don't be silly now. Is she short? Yeah, she's fucking Asian. Again, so there's plenty of fucking imagery there. If you're seeing 12-year-olds, then maybe you should hand yourself into the police. I don't know. Maybe hand over your hard drive to the fucking FBI or something. I don't know. But I would say absolutely is younger than Eve. Absolutely younger than Eve, but most likely early 20s. Like I said, between 20 and 23. And I've heard, look, there's a joke that Asians. Was it when the Asians look young and then until they hit 60 and then they suddenly turn into an old hag type, we've all heard those kind of Asian jokes and whatnot. I'm sort of spitballing with that one, but you know what I mean. But we've just concentrated purely on the face as well, right? That's just what we've concentrated on. Purely on the face. So let's concentrate on. Here we go. This is an interesting image. Just as a reference, there's Evie, Korean, South Korean, 33. Would you say she looks 33? I'd say she looks, again, 25. I'd say she looks about 25. 32. I'd say she looks about 25. 24, 25. 29. I'd say she looks 21. 21. So just examples of slightly how to say this tactfully, women just around or hitting 30 that look a lot younger. So and that again, just focusing purely on the face. Now let's bring in the rest of the body. Is that a kid? That doesn't look anywhere close to a kid. Nope. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. There. Oh, and that one there. So that's putting her in a physical physique as well. I'm going to sneeze. I don't know if I'm muted in time. But I just did a massive sneeze that may or may not have gone right down the microphone. Woo! Now then, can I find the footage of some lots of good imagery there. I want to find this bit about this streamer. This streamer saying that she looks like a 10-year-old. She's getting a bit hammered, by the way. Oh man, it's been all over my fucking timeline today. Now I can't find it when I want to bring it up. Okay, this is funny. I've got to show this one though because this is funny. So there's there they go. Stellar Blade, Blood Rain, God of War Laufey. God of War Laufey. I'll bring up the Jean Grey image in a moment. I'm just going to see if I can find. Here we go. Found it. Woo! I found it here. But so I want to show you the context of the tweet. So this dude Trigger Point says the mids feel threatened by a video game character. Lol. Okay, so let's. It's quite interesting as well because she says this, by the way, as she reveals her physique. But she you know, Plain Jane is gonna, with the boob window, to desperately trying to get attention. Plain Jane here is gonna tell us how it is.
I really don't like that they made her face look like she's 10 years old, but then gave her that skin suit. I don't like that.
I don't like that. I feel threatened by that. I feel that dudes are going to be playing this game instead of giving me money. I don't like that. I don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't like that they did that.
I don't like that.
Alita Battle Angel. Yeah, that.
Yeah, well done. So, yeah. Also, by the way, this is them trying to market the attempt to prevent people from buying the game as well. Because they're getting big mad at the Stellar Blade franchise. Because, by the way, I think Stellar Blade personally was a much underrated game. Even though it got a lot of praise, I think it was still underrated. Having played through Stellar Blade, completed it, I thought it was fucking great. It was a really, really good game. Really good game. And so you got this great game, great gameplay, attractive women in it. They fucking hate that shit. Woo! No. You need to be accepting the slop. You need to be playing the unattractive slop women where they look like fucking pig dogs. All right, let's bring up this Jean Grey image from Wolverine. Excellent. Perfect. So this is. By the way, I thought the Wolverine game looked mid as fuck. I did. I thought it looked mid as fuck. I think that combat loop looked exceedingly repetitive. And even though there's like a nice bit of gore when he attacks them, the gore just falls off the outfit. But I thought it looked really fucking mid. And that could bore it quickly. But here's Jean Grey from the game. That's Jean Grey. Sir? Sir, can I help you, sir? Good morning, sir. Can I help you? Is there anything you... Oh. Ma'am. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Sweet Baby Inc. worked on this game, by the way. Sweet Baby Inc. worked on this game, by the way. It's a cosplayer as wait, what? No, wait, what? No, that's not a right. I tell you what, if you're actually trying to tell me that they modeled this off a cosplayer, I guarantee you the cosplayer looks better than that. I guarantee you. But yeah, Sweet Baby Inc. worked on this game, by the way. Has been saying the same shit for 6 years. Okay. Does that make it any less right? No. So thank you. Thank you for that compliment. I appreciate that compliment. Why? Do you think this looks great? Do you think this looks good? Do you think she looks like peak woman? Do you think this is the aesthetic which will make people interested in? Do you? No, I'm right. Again, 6 years undefeated. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment, dude. I appreciate the compliment. I haven't compromised my morals. Excellent. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, man. I appreciate that compliment. 6 years of consistent behavior, not being able to be swayed or bought and paid for. Oh, thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. I appreciate the compliment there. You look after yourself. Thank you, man. It looks terrible. Could be a lot better. Of course it could be a lot better, man. Of course it could. It looks awful. The hair looks terrible. The face looks terrible. She's got the fucking lantern fucking jaw. She's got the fucking man jaw. She looks like she's having a midlife fucking crisis. Awful stuff. There was a great image. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it, but there was a great image of women in Eastern games, women in Western games, and it really, really typified the ethos of the West and the East. Oh, by the way, and if you were to ask me what age I thought Jean Grey was, I'd say she was probably looking 42, 43. 42, 43. Buford. We'll get to you, Buford. We'll get to you. Woof. See, Buford, if you didn't read the gold chat, you missed out. 40 to 50, 56, 45 to 55, 38, come on. 55, Fiddy with a bad dye job. Oh, definitely a bad dye job. That's an exceedingly rough 40. Oof. Oof. But you see, Buford took the goal where Evie from Stellar Blade will bless him. So he's going to get blessed by Evie now. Just saying. And speaking of which, let's get into these supers now. Let's get right into the. Okay, no. But I'd say 42-ish, 42, 43. That's what I'd say. Snacks with a $5 says, do you recommend giving the Capaldi era a watch? And if so, what episodes should I definitely skip? Right. Yes. The answer to the question is yes. Certainly his first season, things were getting rocky as regards to Clara, even in the last season of Matt Smith. But the first season of Capaldi, it's very, very watchable. There's some great episodes in there. I would say after his first season, you could skip a lot. And that's not because of Peter Capaldi's performance. He always puts in a wonderful performance. But there is it does get very. How old does the cute? We'll get to that. That's a super chat. We'll get to that. But yeah, I'd say just watch his first season and then just bow out. Bow out after that. Des Roma with a $3 super sticker. It is a fist bump. So boom. There you go. Kalioth with a 29-month membership. Kalioth, thank you. Wild Warlock with a 5 Australian. What did you say to Gary? See you next Tuesday. Oh my God. Is the love affair over? It's not a love affair. It's marriage. I never call Gary a see you next Tuesday. Never. He's not a see you next Tuesday. He's a boomer. He's a boomer, but is he a see you next? God, no. He's lovely. He's a wonderful man. Noah Mint has been a member for 62 months. Thank you, Noah. 62 months. Woof. Spiegel with a 70 Zargon says, has been thinking about God of L. The question I see no one is asking is, what if L ruins everything that was built in the previous two and kills the anticipation for the third one? Okay. Interesting question. I played God of War 2018 and I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. Okay. I had no interest in God of War Ragnarok. And God of War Ragnarok, I never played. Morley wants me to play it. I never played it. I was put off massively by the involvement of Sweet Baby Inc. Not necessarily just because they race changed one of the gods, but because when you employ Sweet Baby Inc., you are ideologically making a massive statement. And so fuck them and fuck people who ideologically be like, yeah, we're bringing in this fucking company that all they do is just race change. It shows that the company's weak. It shows that the company's easily manipulated. It shows that they're full into DEI. So it shows exactly the mentality of that company. And therefore, would I trust that company in the future? No. So it puts huge doubts into your mind. And then what's the next game announcement? God of War Laundry. That's where it's led to. That's where Ragnarok has led to. God of War Laundry. Not a continuation of Atreus. Not a continuation of Kratos, even. But God of War fucking Laundry. So that statement that was made by them accepting Sweet Baby Inc. has led them to the path that I thought they would take. They would become more ideologically minded. And now we have fucking middle-aged, haggard woman with a fucking cube with horrendous millennial dialogue in the trailer looking all sparkly fucking pink and spark. Oh, fuck off, mate. Not you. Them. Thoughts on Onimusha as... I've seen some people excited about it. There were too many, like I said earlier, there were too many games which just looked like Asia, the video game. Feudal kind of Asia, the video game, and I couldn't really differentiate it from really any of the others, which disappoints me. Does it mean I'm going to rule it out? No, but we had like almost four back-to-back announcements that just looked like middle-aged, medieval, feudal China, the video game, and I couldn't see the difference between any of them whatsoever. So yeah, when you make an ideological statement by saying, "Come on, sweet baby Inc., come into our company," boom, this is where it leads you. This is where it leads you. It only leads to more and heavier and leaning in. This is the type of video game you need. You need this type of woman. You need this. No, don't need shit. Fuck off. Sandy Q gifting 5 memberships to the stream. Thank you, Sandy. Thank you, Sandy. As appreciate you, sweetie pie. Wild Warlock with a 10 Australian says, please, can you use the official title for Disney Star Wars? It was given an age ago on a live stream. Far from away. Shit Clan Wars. R.I.P. Good surfer, Good Jer. Oh, yeah, Good Jeremy. Oh, yeah. Remember when Good Jer used to wear the Star Wars hat? Those days are gone, my friend. I thought they'd never end, but they have. Shit Clan Wars. Yeah, that was a funny time. Go for Broke with a $5 says, hi, Az. Was wondering, have you read any Azrael Agent of the Bat comics? Well, it started off as Azrael, and then it moved to Agent of the Bat later on when they wanted to try and raise the sales and make it more connected to Batman. I have the whole run. I think Chuck Dixon referred to it as Denny O'Neill's retirement fund. But yeah, I was a bit gutted because the stuff that was set up in earlier issues of Azrael were never paid off. The stuff with the agents of Saint Dumas, that stuff was never really paid off for me, which is slightly disappointing. But yeah, I got the whole run. It's about 90 something issues. I know 100. It was exactly 100 issues, I think. Exactly 100 issues. Oh, but when they changed his costume, they changed that back pretty quick. Holy. The new Azrael costume was horrendous. Well, Alana Pierce claims that she worked on God of War Laundry as a writer for 4 years, then left, I think, November of last year, and says that most of my stuff has probably been rewritten. Alana Pierce talks a lot of fucking bullshit. So who knows? Ultimately, who knows? But she also claimed to have worked on God of War Ragnarok, and that turned out to be a fucking lie. So she may or may not have. I don't care. She's fucking retarded. Liaz with a 49 month says, any plans for the next gaming stream, mate? I can't believe the amount of shilling for First Light. Oh, DLC was announced. Bet you can't wait. Well, Lee, glad you brought that up. There has been a lot of shilling. A license to shill. A view to a shill, right? I can't continue the game. I can't bring myself to do it. I've tapped out. I've tapped out. It's shite. It's shit. I've tapped out. I can't carry on. I can't. And I'll tell you what, yes, you are 100% right, Lee. There's been a lot of shilling of this game online. When the expansion was announced at Summerfest, there was barely a fucking reaction from the audience. There was a polite little... And that was it. And that was it. If you were to gauge excitement levels based on audience reactions, 007 weren't it? But no, the game is shite. It's absolute shite, and I can't do it. I can't finish it. I'm done. I'm done. It bores the living shit out of me. The dialogue's horrendous. I'm done. But hold on. It plans. I mean, do I check out the Gothic remake? Do I do that? Do I check out the Gothic remake? Do I just go to another game in my library that I haven't touched? Yeah, I don't know yet, man. I don't know yet. Yeah, it's I don't know. I don't know is the answer. I'll have to have a think. Malcolm Tucker with a $20 says, hi, Az. Thanks for entertaining me all these years from the World of Warcraft until the present. Carry on, brother. Thank you, bro. Yeah, you've been there. You've been there for a long time, dude. Play game sand. Might fucking pound sand. Yeah, I kind of review as I go along. So I'll let you know how I feel. But I can't review a game if I can't even finish it. The fact that I can't even finish it says everything that you need to know about the game. So bad I couldn't even fucking finish it. Zion with a 28-month says, if you get back to Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, next time you see the girl Turk, she reminds me of Kara, especially her voice and attitude. Don't hate me, Kara. I need Lost Odyssey. Damn. I'll send you an Xbox to play. Do you know what I'd love to put? Do you know? Wait, hold on a second. Yeah, you can't get it on Steam. I would love to do a playthrough of Lost Odyssey. Legit. I'd love to do a playthrough of Vagrant Story. A Vagrant Story. I'd like to do that. Or hold on, let me see something. Ooh, I could potentially do a playthrough of Resident Evil 0. if anyone was interested. I could maybe do 0. Would that appeal to anyone? I don't know. I know I could, yeah, I'd have to get all the emulator stuff. But yeah, I'm nearly at the end of Rebirth. No, not the second one. I'm nearly at the end of the second one. But I don't have to worry because the third one's not out till spring next year. So as long as I get it finished by spring of next year, I'll be right. Hangry is angry with the $2. Says Gothic 1. Gothic 1 remake playthrough looks kind of fun. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking about it. Yeah. I've played Vagrant Story when it came out. Yeah. I never played 0, though. I never played Resi 0. I've just started a playthrough on my PS5, but I could just move over to the PC and do it on the stream. William Barr with a £5 says, as Man of Tomorrow only costs 50 pence and half a Mars bar. James told me last night while I was in his missus at my local travel lodge. She's all right, guzzler. Thing is, though, William, I believe you. I believe that actually happened. Maybe Veronica. What about an OG playthrough of Code Veronica? Because I haven't played Code Veronica in over 20 years. I can remember certain things, but there's other things that I cannot remember at all. So what about a Code Veronica, an OG Code Veronica playthrough? Maybe I do that for the gaming channel, you know? I don't know. Maybe do that for the gaming channel. I don't know. I've got a meeting on Monday. Let me just see what time the meeting is, by the way. Can't tell you what the meeting's about. But let me just see. Monday. Okay. It is going to be during Monday evening, so I can't do tomorrow evening. Because I got a meeting. Got a meeting. Things about things. Things about things. Epicillion with a 10 pound says, hi, Az. Sorry if you've already discussed it, but did you see the trailer for Final Fantasy VII Part 3 and thoughts? I've only seen a little bit of it. I haven't seen all of it. I only saw a little bit of it. A little bit of it. I mean, thoughts wise, it looked like the other two. You know, there's not really too much more I can say about that. I've been okay with the remakes, but in my head I've made sure that the remakes are the remakes. That this isn't the original Final Fantasy VII game by any capacity. It's remakes. It's doing its own thing and it's taking its own license. So there we go. Are we getting some weekend drops for numbers now? Let me just have a little look. Scary Movie takes number 1 spot, 55 million. 105 million worldwide. Masters of the Universe coming in at number 2 with 29.3. Worldwide has not come in for that. But that is a really, really horrendous weekend. Backrooms has come in at number 3. Obsession has come in at number 4. The Amazing Digital Circus is number 5. Mandalorian and Grogu is number 6. only just beating Jinsai, that came in at number 7. Mandalorian and Grogu was down 59% this week on last week, and last week was down 70%. So it's a worldwide of 293. So if it did only 4, 7, 9, 10, 15, 16, it did about just over 17 odd million for the week. Domestically, this is. No, about 18 or 19. Ooh, yeah. Oh dear, yeah. Maybe 330. It's going to fizzle out around 330, 335. Oh dear, that's not looking good. Oh dear, that's not looking good at all. But yeah, it looks like the others. So if you've been enjoying the others, probably enjoy this. G Mort with a £5 says, if only they'd spent those 7 years writing a story that wasn't shite. Well, I mean, that's the weird thing, because it looks like the Mandalorian and Grogu is literally just shit together. Just literally shit together. No thought, no care. Let's just shit out a movie. And it shit the box office. MJO Skyver with a $2 says, have you seen Obsession yet? As heard it was quite goated. I haven't. I want to. I haven't, but I want to. Same with Backrooms. I haven't seen Backrooms yet, but I want to. See if I can get myself over to the cinema this week to watch some movies. That would be nice. The Imperial Brick with a $2 says, all those countries make attractive women IRL too. Well, yeah, never. Look, there's stuff I could say. It'd take us down a huge rabbit hole. But I'll just say this and try and be as succinct as possible. Intersectional feminism has destroyed women in the West. It's destroyed women in the West. It really has. And thankfully, gender roles and that sort of business is not prevalent in the East at all. Not prevalent in the East at all. So we have we live in a society. We live in a society where women, they have no understanding of safety anymore. They have no understanding of the male, female, masculine, feminine. And the way things are going in the West and the doors that they're opening, there's going to be a rude awakening for a lot of these women, a rude awakening. And I don't think they're ready for that. Not only I don't think they're ready for it, they're absolutely not prepared in the slightest for it. But yeah, I mean, you could say intersectional feminism. You can just say feminism. Feminism is a lie that that the gullible has fallen upon. Crimson Shadow with a £3 super sticker. It's Crimson Shadow, so you get a fist bump. Thank you, Crimson Shadow. The Imperial Brick with a $2 says, I want to speak to your manager. Oh my God. Oh my God. You know, there's going to be a point where they turn around and go, help. And there's going to be a lot of men that turn back and go, no, this is what you wanted. This is what you wanted. And so have it. It's all yours. Inkawell with a $5 says Kratos is in her visions. Ty is a playable second protagonist. She's trapped in the everywhen with all the dead deities. I think the sword is Excalibur. Why? Well, Inkawell, you're trying to have a good faith conversation here with somebody who does not give a fuck about this game. So you know, Kratos is in her visions because the game is desperately trying to say, look, it's God of War. Can you buy it? Kratos will appear once every 4 hours as a vision for 2 minutes. So you're trying to have a good natured, good in faith conversation about a game I could not give two shits about. I will not be getting this game. Unless the money's good, you know, unless chat are just like, come on. We'll let you ride as like Seabiscuit for a couple of streams. Then maybe, but it will be done simply for shits and giggles. PW on the PayPal side with a £10 PayPal. Thank you, dude. Regarding Sweet Baby Stink and the game industry DEIing, the moment I see actress Deborah Wilson's involvement, I immediately check out. She's the Pedro Pascal of gaming. Good luck on the weight loss journey, sir. Much love. Thank you, PW. I'm saying PW because I don't want to dox you, dude. All jokes aside, it's true though. You cannot turn in the Western gaming industry without Deborah Wilson being in a video game. You can't. She's in the upcoming Wolverine game as well. But yeah, you pick a game, you turn, Deborah Wilson's in it. So I get the meme. I do. I get the meme. Now, people are saying she's good. You know, she's cool. She's OG, Mad TV type of stuff. I saw somebody going, well, she's easy to work with. That's why they hire her. Well, let's just say they you can hire, right? You can hire Deborah Wilson. Why does every character that she plays have to look like Deborah Wilson? Don't you find that the weird thing about her, though? Like certain games, for instance, the Jedi games, the characters who play the main characters look like their actor counterparts. Okay, all right. That's the decision. But there's a lot of other games where they don't. And yet every time Deborah Wilson's there, it's Deborah Wilson. It's not just Deborah Wilson's voice. It physically has to look like Deborah Wilson. It's a weird one. It's a weird one for sure. Yeah, right. Roller Coaster with a €10 says, hail as in chat. Have I seen correct that she uses fire in combat? Why? I thought she was an ice giant. Or did I miss something? Guys, again, you're trying to have these very nice, good faith conversations with me about a game I don't give a fuck about. But yeah, I thought she was as well. Do you think at some part in the game she's going to go huge and Kratos is going to be like tiny and she's going to belittle and emasculate? I don't know if this is true. I don't know if this is true because I just heard somebody say it, and I have no validity on this, but I'm still going to say it to fuck people off. But somebody said she has a gay relationship in the game. I don't know where that information came from. Maybe it's just because it's a Western video game, and everybody's expecting her to cuck Kratos. So it wouldn't surprise me, but I would laugh if it turned out to be true. I would laugh. Let's put it this way. It's something that's been said that most likely none of us here are going, nah. Most likely, most of us here would be like, well, that could easily happen. That could easily happen. But chances of Kratos being cucked in the game, I'd say there's a decent chance. I'd say there's a decent chance. Alan Octavian Moldovan with a 20 months says, just my 2 cents. Small face that is youthful in the desired look and considered beautiful in Korean society. From that POV, it makes perfect sense to me. Well, like I said, look, if you look at all the images, you can take a singular image and maybe try and take it out of context. But you look at all the images of Evie, I see a woman in her early 20s. I see a woman in her early 20s. You're not going to be able to convince me otherwise. Like I said, you can take a singular image and try and play with that. But when you've seen all the images, when you've seen a fight, when you've seen the trailer, no. Sorry, it's not a path. It's not a path I can go down. Marty Pilkington with a $5 says, "Don't be hypnotized by the violence in Wolverine. The usual problems are all there. I must have taken everything. In them to not include. No, Deborah Wilson's in it. It must have taken everything in them to not include Deborah. She was in the trailer. She's in it. She's in the game, dude. No way. Hold on. I'm gonna bring and see if we can bring up the image. Here we go. When it cuts to inside the truck. Deborah Wilson, who's playing a race-changed character. Surprise, surprise. When the not at all unexpected hits you between the eyes. So no, she made her way into the trailer, man. She made her way into the trailer. She's in the game. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Big PD81 with a $10 says, "Hey, lads, thoughts on Stellar Blood Rain? I think it looks awesome. Great show. Keep up the work. Cheers, mate." We've had a discussion about it. We've had a discussion about Evie. To specify what I think of the trailer and the game, I'm very excited. Give it to me now. I'm very excited. As I said, I think that Stellar Blade, it did very well indeed, but I think it doesn't get the credit it actually truly deserves. I think it deserves a lot more credit. And of course, it got a lot of criticism because Eve's hot. And nobody hates women more than women. So, yeah, I'm very excited for it. I thought it looked great. I was really excited for the environment, to take it away from the destroyed planet and to put it into a almost cyberpunk functioning society. I thought that was a great idea for them to do. And I like the idea that they're, potentially building up a cast of characters that, kind of like Resident Evil. Like Resident Evil, I'm going to say it. Resident Evil's the best franchise of all time to me. It's the best franchise of all time. It beats Final Fantasy now. And it just has an ever-growing list of great characters. You know, it's put out amazing characters, Resident Evil. Maybe Shift Up are looking to do the same with Stellar Blade. They're looking to get more cast together and maybe do things with this cast. That's an exciting premise. That's an exciting premise. But I'm very much looking forward to the game. Now they're not going to destroy it. No, they're not. They do too well. It's too big a franchise to fuck up. Well, to fuck up right now. And also, we've got so many good games with Resident Evil as well. So you're not going to change how great these characters are. I'm just looking at my Resident Evil shelf up here, which I don't need to put my glasses on anymore because my eyesight's something happened. And I can now see again, but apart from close up where I can't see. But now, anyway, you know, here I've got Claire, Leon, Ada, Jill. Got Ashley over there. Got them in different outfits, of course. Then we got Chris. Then we got Wesker. Then we got Rebecca. You know, Barry Burton as well, if you want to stick Barry in there. We've got Sheva. Final Fantasy. Resident Evil 5. Yeah, this, you know, fuck, man. Sherry Birkin, of course. Add Sherry in there. Some great. I'm very much looking forward to the. They're calling this Veronica, aren't they? They're not calling it Code Veronica. Or they're calling this Resident Evil Veronica. I think Code Veronica sounds better though. So yeah. But I'm very excited for the Code Veronica remake. Very excited. Never had a Barry Burton game as a main protagonist or a secondary protagonist to, you know, in the main, kind of like akin to you know, like a Grace and a Leon. Never had that, which is, you know, shame. You know, Barry goes through a journey on the first game. He really goes through a journey. Brad Vickers, of course. And then we've got things like, you know, the Nemesis and the Tyrants and the Lickers and the Hunters and stuff like that. So it's even got a great cast of villainous characters, monsters, you know. So yeah, very excited. Revelations 2, Barry's the main character. Now then, there's another one, because I never played Revelations 1 and 2, and they are games which I've purchased. Oh, I'll tell you one thing, though, before I go into Buford's massive one. Ladies. I went on a buying spree of Resident Evil games. Because I haven't played some of them for so many years, and I've loved the remakes. That I wanted to get back into the OGs as well. So I bought Code Veronica, I bought Zero, Revelations 1 and 2. And I got Resident Evil 6. I give big praise to Resident Evil. I had forgotten how terrible Resident Evil 6 was. Resident Evil 6 learn all the wrong lessons from 4 and 5. All the wrong lessons. So when you get onto Resident Evil 6, I couldn't even believe what I was playing. I had totally forgotten. I'd only played it once, never picked it up again. And so, yeah. Whoa. It was, I mean, I might try and fight through, though. But holy hell. It is it's not just that the game's bad, it's that everything's bad. Like the menu system's terrible. It thinks it's, I don't know what, it definitely doesn't think it's a Resident Evil game. But it tells it's sort of so bad it's funny. It really is. It's kind of so bad it's funny, but my God. It was so bizarre trying to play that again. It's kind of, maybe it's a sickness, but I kind of want to get back on it though. Beaufort T-Shoes Tease with a
$100 super chapter.
Don't go to bed, Az. That would be boring. I won't. Well, I will. Not now, but later. Give it another, what are we, 4:30? Give me another 6 hours. Maybe another 6 hours and I'll be in bed. How about that? How about that? How about it come see my dad? No, I never bought Operation Raccoon City. No. There are certain things that I can't do to myself. There's certain things that I can't do to myself, and Operation Raccoon City is one of them. Big PD81 has gifted a membership to the stream. Thank you, Big PD. I appreciate that. Warbreaker with a €5 says, the Manjaw TM industrial complex meets the purple of gay. True. Well, it had all the bisexual colors, the purples and the pinks and the. Look, it looked like it was made for Karen. It's God of Karen. It's made for Karen. And Karen doesn't even fucking want it, really. They say they do. Yes, this is what we need. We'll play it then. Ooh. I'm busy that week. You don't even know when it's released. Oh, yeah. But I'm busy. The Imperial Brick with a $2 says, how old does the cube look? I thought the cube looked about 5,624 years old. There or thereabouts. There or thereabouts. Edwin F7H has been a member for 3 months. Edwin, thank you. Ovis Perdita with a fitty day Danish says, yes, please talk about the companions in God of War. They were the worst thing about that trailer, in my opinion. Well, the cube. And then there was the guy in the prison, that looked like some kind of Guardians of the Galaxy fucker. What? Was the sword talking as well? I can't remember if the sword was talking. Yeah, it looks like, oh dear God. It looks like it's going to be fucking painful to play that. Like painful. So we might have to, if you wanted me to fucking get it just for the memes and the cringe, I don't know, chat. I think you're going to have to start taking some overdrafts out. That's all I'm going to say. Malcolm Tucker with a 43 month says, love you, Az. Give Belle an extra scratch on the head to me. Belle and I have, we've been having a lot of quality time recently, and I've been loving it. So I will. She's my little cutie pie, and we've been having a good time. Makes me happy. I'm spending more. Like I said, right? I talked last week about trying to spend as minimum time on the PC now as possible. Not going on social media a lot. When I've done what I need to do on the PC, shutting it down. So because I'm shutting the PC down and getting out of the office, I'm going downstairs and spending more time in the front room Belle loves to sleep on the, because I got a bay window. Belle, and I've put fleeces down on the bay window so Belle can just chill the fuck out. So she loves to go onto the bay window. So because I'm spending more physical time near her, it's just making, you know, we're kind of having a good time right now together. We're having a good time. So she likes to, she'll go on and she'll sleep for a bit, and then she'll come down and she'll jump up onto the sofa with me for a bit, and then she'll go back to the window. You know, it's good. It's good times. It's good times. And I'm glad. You know, it's better for Belle to get my attention than for me to just be doom scrolling on the Tinterweb, you know. The Great Toki with a $20 says, I think Capaldi is worth the whole trip. I might stop at Husbands on my next run. I mostly stop twice upon a time when his final speech is done. Yeah, look, I love Peter Capaldi. He's my favorite doctor in the recent crop of doctors, because I just think he nails everything about the Doctor. Absolutely everything. From the history of the Doctor to his own personality to managing to incorporate other elements of the other Doctors in as well. So to me, he was just the perfect casting. It's just so frustrating because he elevated a lot of really mid stuff, and the BBC was falling more and more into its intersectional stuff. And he just got such a short shrift. He really, really did. He deserved so much better. He deserved way, way better, man. Sodlander with a 50 Swedish says, will the gelatinous cube have rules from D&D 5th edition or 3.5? And might Deborah Ann's D&D bleeding into the game? What if the cube is the best character? If the cube's the best character, I'll laugh my fucking dick off. Because your characters would have to be so bad that a literal cube that's voiced is better. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, I mean, it looks more like Dungeons and Dragons than this looks more like Critical Role than it does God of War. This should be called Critical Role Laundry. That's what it should be called. That would be more realistic, I think. Oh, hold on. Boobs. There we go. DB has been a member for 25 months. DB, thank you. Pre-Dawn Corpses is gay. He's a botanist. He likes the company of men. Okay. Has been a member for 14 months. Thank you, Pre-Dawn Corpses. Nate the Scott with a 45-month membership says, hey, Az, hey, chat. Busy day, just popping in to say hi. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Love yous. Hey, by the way, I loved how some people were trying to, before June, were trying to make Pride Month a thing. You know, Pride Month's around the corner. 1 week to Pride Month. Pride Month comes along. Nobody gives a fuck. Apparently from AEW, but there you go. But nobody's giving it. A lot of corporations staying the fuck away from that now. Good. So yeah, happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Brute with a £5 says, I miss the integrity that Total Biscuit brought to the gaming industry. I'm sure he'd be disappointed with what it has become. Either thoroughly disappointed or you live long enough to become the villain. I would have thought the former and not the latter. Yeah, it's I think it's a huge loss. You know, it has been a huge loss. The voice of Total Biscuit. I don't think he would have liked the way that the industry's turned. And I don't think he would have done a Jim Sterling. I think he has more, he had much more backbone than somebody like that. And it just shows how much his influence was, because when he passed away, a lot of us, of course, paid respects. And there were a lot of voices in the industry itself that actually cheered his death. And that says everything that you need to know about the industry. Everything was typified with the amount of people within the industry that actually celebrated his passing. Says everything. So yeah, he was on the right path. He really was. Yeah, he is missed. He is, like I said, and this is God's honest truth, hand on heart. Total Biscuit was a big influence in me creating my YouTube channel. I used to watch Total Biscuit talk about World of Warcraft. I used to watch him go through the Cataclysm beta testing and all that. And I'm a Yorkshireman, so I love opinion. I love people just speaking their minds. You know, I don't like people pussyfooting about stuff. So I just loved his bluntness. I loved his bluntness and his honesty. And that's what made me say to myself, I've got a big mouth. I've got opinions. Maybe I should give this YouTube thing a crack. So yeah, Total Biscuit was a huge influence on me starting my YouTube channel. I am no Total Biscuit. I just want to stress that. He's head and shoulders above where I'll ever be. But he was an influence. He was a huge influence on why I did it. Why I started a YouTube channel. Jaded Fett has been a member for 32 months. Lost Odyssey is one of my favorite games of all time. It runs on the Xenia emulator fairly well, but seriously, we'll send you an Xbox or some dollar for one if you prefer to play it on if you like. Can I buy it from the Xbox store? Because I've got an Xbox Series X, whatever. I could bring that up and just plug it in. Plug it into a capture card and see it do it that way. But Envelope Manila has gifted 5 memberships to the street. Thank you. You'll need a 360. Oh, I believe so. I'll look. I'll see. I'll get my Xbox going for the first time in. Or can I just get it through? I don't know. I'll have a look. I'll look into it, dude. Thank you, Envelope Manila. Great Caesar's Ghost with a $2 says, have you seen the Exodus game trailer? I am very interested in Exodus. I am very interested in that game. I've got to the interest levels where I'm trying to stay away from looking at stuff, because to me this is an absolute purchase, and I don't want to have stuff ruined for me, or even I don't want to know certain things, because that game looks great, and just get it out. Just get it out. Come on. Bushin Ryu Cat with a $2 says, you love Pragmata. How about streaming Azura's Wrath? Let's have a look. All right. It's not on Steam. Oh, hold on. That's a 3.6. I'd have to look into that. I'd have to look into it a bit more. Gotta say, doesn't the images don't do it any favors. I'll say that. Azura's Wrath was lit. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll have a proper look into it. Kelsel, I have Lost Odyssey. I have the game. I have it. I have it as I do have the game. I possess the game. It might be a sealed copy though. I'll have to see if it's a sealed copy or not. But wasn't Lost Odyssey made by some of the people that made Final Fantasy VII? Is that right? Am I getting that right or am I misthinking? Was that the other one, which is kind of similar to Lost Odyssey, looked similar to what? Kelsol has been a member for 9 months. Kelsol, thank you. Guys, we've been nearly going for 3 hours. What the fuck? What the fuck? DB with a 2. What's this? A normal show again? Fuck. What? DB with a £2 says, by the power of Grayskull,
I have the power.
That's cool. I like that. I like it a lot. Take a 610 with a $2 says, Transformer judge or judge of Transformers? I'm definitely a judge of Transformers. Definitely. Cole Hauser with a 44 months says, hell as my brother. I'm going through my collection, doing an inventory. Love our Transformer chats. It keeps us sane and healthy. Love you, my brother. Same to you, Cole Hauser. I've just redone. This is going to go soon. But I've just redone my a little bit of the Transformers that are out of their packages. The display over there, I've redone that. I took a picture. I'll send you a picture. But I'll do another picture because I've got more daylight coming in now because I've got the curtain open. So I redid that. I've still got to do something about the Transformers down here and get them displayed. That's completely, hold on. If I was to just be let you into the, just pull back the curtain a wee bit. Whee! See? So to pull it back, I've got a three-legged Bruticus. I need the brawl leg. I need the brawl leg for that. That's the Optimus Prime, one shall stand, one shall fall. And then I've got all the Transformers. They're all doubled up now. They're all double road all the way through to the other side. They're all double road. Just let you see how the sausage made for a second there, chat, But it goes double road all across there, and I still got some more there. But I like the pictures being on the wall there, so I don't really want to pull the pictures off. I think this t-shirt's a little bit big for me, don't you think? I think this t-shirt is a little bit big. Think the t-shirt's a little bit big. But I don't want to pull the pictures off there because I really like the pictures being there. They add just something a wee bit different. And over here, I've just got more Action Force and more Action Force. So I'm desperately running out of room because I've got all the G.I. Joes there. So maybe you'll be able to get a couple of shelves up there. Maybe a couple of shelves down there. I don't know. It's Room is very much a premium here right now. Malcolm Tucker with another $20. Says, glad to hear it, buddy. That'll be reference to Belle. It is. No, it is, though. It's actually made me a lot happier, and it's made Belle a lot happier as well. She's a lot. Did James Gunn give you that shirt? Yes. He said it'll be a perfect fit because he you know. Yeah, it's actually made Belle a lot happier as well. Where's the Burger King shirt? It's in the fucking bin. I haven't finished that bin liner yet, but it's in the bin. You shamed me so much with Burger King memes that I took it off and I threw it in the bin immediately. I don't have a G1 Megatron pre-dawn corpses. I'm on the lookout for one, but I want one in good condition. There's a lot that you can get. You can get your hands on it pretty easily, but the condition of the boxes and the Megatron itself are usually pretty tatty. So I'm desperately trying. I'd love to get one, but I need it to be in a certain condition. Yeah. Same with Soundwave. I'd love to get a decent condition Soundwave as well. But there again, I want them all. So, you know, I want them all. I never had Megatron back in the day. No. Got a that's an OG Fizzle. An OG Fizzle on card there. Woo! And I got that because I used to have the Spark bots. So to get that Fizzle was nice. Yeah, boy. Alan Octavian Moldovan with another 25 Romanian. Just to make sure, I think that Stellar Blade 2 Eevee, this is Eevee, not Eve, Eevee looks perfect. Game is also up there. Just to make sure, I also think that Stellar Blade 2 Eevee looks perfect. Game is also up there. Clarkson's Farm Season 5 is on the playlist yet. I've only ever seen the very first episode of Clarkson's Farm. I will watch everything. I will. But it's one of those things where I just like, I need to hold back a show that I know I'm going to fucking adore for that rainy day. For that rainy day where everything looks black and the clouds are consuming the sky and the sun is gone and the light is dimming. I need then to have a ray of light to be like bang. So I'm kind of purposely holding on to it. Jaded Fett with a $1 super chat. Lost Odyssey is currently on sale on the Xbox Store. This should cover it in a bit more. And a bit more. I'll sort it, dude. Leave it with me. I'll see what I can do. Leave it with me. But thank you for a big fat fiddy. Big fat fiddies. I love me some big fat fiddies. Especially my... Anyway, oh, wait. Something else. J. Doggan Lincoln with a $20 says, happy Sunday, Az. Did you check out The Sinking City 2? Plus, would love your opinion. On my own videos, I'm starting out on my own YouTube journey. Thanks and cheers, mate. Next movie I'm seeing is Pinocchio Unstrung. Oh. Sinking City 2. Let's have a look. The Sinking City 2 demo. Let's have a look. I never played the first one. Let's have a look at some images. So, oh, is this like the Cthulhu-y thing? I never played it. It looks okay. I mean, just looking at the imagery, it looks okay. Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll check it out. Thank you, dude. Pre-Dawn Corpses with the $5 says, as did you see Kino watching Ralph fall out of his chair again, but this time at warp speed? Surfer, Ralphie, surfer, bitch. I saw that segment. I don't know much about him apart from the obvious. I could not believe that segment. I couldn't believe what I was listening to. I couldn't believe it. Takes a lot to shock me. I was shocked. I was shocked, I tell thee. Right, everyone. Gonna leave it there for today. We caught up with Pre-Dawn Corpses being the final one. So thank you, dude. Sunday Fun Day. Hold on. I need to answer this immediately. Sunday Fun Day is in just over an hour from now. Kara's back. QBG is sadly poorly sick. He's woken up poorly sick today. So we were going to be playing a certain game. That's why I had to reply to that. Because we're not going to do that anymore. Because I want QBG to be involved with that from the very start. So likelihood is we're going to go back to the old faithful. We're going to do headliners. So it looks like we'll do headliners for today. Mr. P and I probably sometime next week will finish our Resident Evil 5 playthrough, by the way. For all the people who have been watching that, that's been a lot of fun. If you haven't watched that, members only on my channel now. Boom. To check it out. BS Warren with a $2 says, engine in my faggotry. Wait, what? So I want to give no repo anymore. Repo again. We're going to play repo again, but I want 4 people with repo. I want at least 4 with repo. 3 with repo, you lose a little bit. So I do want 4 people with repo, at least 4 with repo, because I think you can go on to 6. When am I playing Bond again? I'm done. I can't do anymore. I can't do anymore. I cannot bring myself to play anymore. I'm done. It's shit. It's shit. It's boring to play. It's garbage. It's garbage combat. It's garbage dialogue. I can't do it. I can't do it anymore. I can't bring myself to do it. So I want to give a massive thank you to everybody who came to watch today. Mods, thank you very much indeed for giving up your free time. Everybody who super chatted, membered, remembered, gifted memberships to the stream. Thank you so much for supporting the channel. I'll be back in eins hours time with Sunday Fun Day. Until then, how was your weekend? You take care. Goodbye, Belobo.